Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I was so excited to do this first Sparked challenge that I actually started recording for the first time ever. This is the first time I've made this mistake. I started building before I started recording, so you see me pressing the undo button. Yeah, that's my bad, I'm sorry guys. We're getting to the speed build very soon. I just wanted to make sure you could still see my build progress before. Okay, so here we go into the speed build. So, funny thing about the speed build audio, it's the second time I'm recording it. And not because the first audio was bad. The first audio was fine. The first audio was so good, I don't know how I'm going to replicate it, and now I have to because I lost the bit of footage that you're watching now. I lost it, and while I was recording it last time, I found it. And so I was like, oh no, I have to re-record. And so here I am re-recording, which is fine. I love recording. Recording is so much fun. This whole YouTube thing is so much fun. And I'm really grateful to my 3 subscribers and the other people who aren't subscribed to me but watch my channel. Like, I appreciate you guys and I love you. So, what was I going to say? I was going to say that is my sister upstairs being very loud. I was going to say this is my haunted church, and it's quite the destination for weddings of people who love the haunted and the supernatural, right? And there's a story behind it, because I made a story behind it, not because like it's a real church or anything. No. I just made a story behind it because I was like, I want there to be a story, because it can't be haunted for no reason. I mean, I guess it could be haunted for no reason, but it is not haunted for no reason. There is reason. So basically, there was this really wealthy girl, and her name was Anna, and she was engaged to this guy, and his name was Eric, and his family did not have a lot of money. And now, Anna's family was very rich and very wealthy, and they really wanted her to marry a wealthy man to keep wealth in the family. But Anna did not want to marry a wealthy man. She wanted to marry Eric. But Anna's parents would not let her marry Eric. They said you could not marry Eric. But Anna was like, I'm marrying Eric, because Anna did not let people tell her what to do, right? And so she and Eric heard about this church. And it's like really secluded back in the day. It's more of a tourist attraction now, so they've cleared away all the trees and stuff, but it used to be like in the middle of the forest. And it was very hard to get there. So they decided to go to this chapel, and they decided to get married, because it was their only way. Their parents did not approve, especially Anna's. Eric's parents, I don't think, cared very much, but Anna's parents did not approve of the marriage at all. So she knew that this was the only way she could marry Eric, the love of her life. And so they went to this church in the middle of the forest, and they got married. Or did they? It's really not known what happened that day, because Eric and Anna never returned from the church. And, of course, the family just assumed they eloped together, which is basically what they were planning on doing. They weren't planning on ever seeing their families again. Eric's family was a little bit concerned because they weren't really involved in all the drama and thought that they'd still want to hang around, but they understood why Anna wouldn't want to go to her family. And Anna's family would have disowned her anyway for marrying Eric, so it wasn't really strange to anyone that they disappeared, right? And so, the church is getting renovated, right? They cut down all the trees, they're putting in new lowerings, and one of the construction workers that's renovating this church realizes that there is something that really smells coming from the floorboards. And so they lift up the floorboards, and they find 2 severely decomposed bodies. And once the bodies were analyzed by forensics, they find out it was Anna and Eric. And there was this whole story. And so the construction workers just, there was a crime scene investigation, but the bodies were too decomposed to know what happened to them. It was theorized that they were killed, but no one knows who and no one knows why. And Anna and Eric's families have long since died, so no one knew. No one knows. And there's a graveyard right next to the church. And Anna and Eric were said to be the first people buried there. And So they renovated this church, and they didn't know if they should because they found bodies in it, and it was like a creepy thing. And they didn't know if they should keep renovating it, but they did for a while. But then something strange started to happen. They'd have to work well into the night to try and renovate this church, and as they were trying to renovate it, they heard singing, and they were like, no one was singing, and it was a woman's voice, and there were no women construction workers working on this thing. But after the singing stopped, they heard a voice. It was low and raspy, and it said, Anna, sing me another song, I love your voice. And they realized it was the ghost of Anna singing to Eric, and it must have been something she loved to do, because even in death, she was still singing to him. And so this freaked out the construction workers. They were like, oh, no way are we renovating this haunted church, right? And so they left. They said, nope. They built their church somewhere else. This church was very small. They decided that they could build a bigger one, and they didn't need it to be haunted. The story, though, was so creepy that people that loved the paranormal got interested into it because they were like, this is such a great story. And tourists started coming to this abandoned church to just tour it. And then this tourism company was like, well, tourists are coming here anyway. So they bought the church, renovated it up, spruced it up, put a reception hall in it, and made it a wedding center. And it is a very popular wedding destination among those folks who love the supernatural. There's a dining room inside because people who get married here love to stay to see if they can hear Anna still singing to Eric, even still. So yeah, that's the story I made it behind that thing. None of that was real. Dude, was it just me? Or was that story good? Because I think the story was good. Let me know in the comments below if the story I made up was good. I think it is good. How do I enter the storyteller as part of the Sparked Challenge? Who knows? Honestly, who cares? I'm part of the build challenge. I've already uploaded this to the gallery. And oh my gosh, so many people are participating in the Sparked Challenge. It's so crazy and amazing. And I love to see all the creativity of the community because everyone is competing. And it's so great to like just see people's creativity be showcased on the Sparked page in the gallery. And it's so great. I can't wait to see who wins this challenge. Frankly, it's not going to be me. I can't wait to see who wins overall because I think they get a spot on Sparked next year. Because they have a reality show on an American channel. I think it's already aired. It's like called TBS or something. We don't have that in the UK. It's going to be on BuzzFeed Multiplayer. Worldwide, I think, not just in the UK, but worldwide is going to be on BuzzFeed Multiplayer, and it's a Sims 4 reality show. But there's also community challenges like this. This was a community challenge this week, and whoever wins the community challenges overall, like all of them, whoever scores the highest, I don't even know how it works, but whoever wins overall gets a spot on the Sims 4 reality show next year. And that could be life-changing. Like, it would blow up whoever's channel. It would skyrocket people's views. It's going to be on American reality television, and so many actors get their spot. Especially, like, even in British reality TV, a lot of actors get their starts on reality television. A lot of celebrities start on reality television. So basically, whoever wins this, it changes their life. And it's so cool and it's so exciting. It's like Willy Wonka, right? You could find the golden ticket and your life has changed drastically for the better forever. I have people that I want to win, people that I follow on Twitter, and I don't know if they're participating yet, but I hope they are, because their platforms are so small, and they deserve it. And also, I'd love to see them in a game show, because they're so great on Twitter. Like, Suddenly Zoe is one. I don't know if she still plays The Sims, but I used to watch her stream, like, jukebox games and stuff. Jukebox, Jacksbox, I don't know, she streams and I sometimes will come in and tune in. It's been a while, I should tune in and say hi. I will remind myself to do that, because I miss her. But if she won, that would be so good. Kate Emerald, already has a pretty big following, so it wouldn't really help in that regard, but I just love to see Kate on a reality show. And yeah, I don't know. This is so exciting. I feel like so much of the Sims community has been involved with this. I got a new follower on the gallery today, and I know it was because of this. And it's exciting. It gives me a reason to build. Like, I love building, and I've been trying to do a save file, but it's so hard to find inspiration. But as soon as I heard Destination Wedding, I was like, ooh, I wanted to do a beach venue, but then I was like, I'm not good at building beach houses. And I don't know. I watched Palm Springs last night. It's Groundhog Day, but they're trapped at a wedding. And it's her sister's wedding, and so they're trapped at it. It's so good. I think it's on Hulu. I don't know what Hulu it is on. Andy Samberg is in it, and he's on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I watched because it's one of my best friends in the States' favorite shows. So I watched it for her, and she was right, it was good. And so his new movie came out, and I think he produced it as well, so I watched it last night, and it was really, really good. I could have done a venue like that, but I didn't want to do, because I could have done an outdoor venue really easily. I could have done the art, the chairs. I think landscaping and terraforming are my two specialties, so I could have done that. I probably should have done that, but also you need a kitchen for the wedding event, so I wanted to do a building, and so I wanted to do a church, and since my favorite pack, and objectively the best pack in the game, is vampires, I decided to do a haunted church with vampires, right? And vampires is the best pack. And if you want to fight me, you can fight me. So, yeah. Why I think vampires is the best? 3 whole aspirations. You could pick the curses. I loved Realm of Magic. But it would have been cool if you could pick the curses, because then you can storytell a bit easier, I find, with vampires. You'll be like, oh, this person drunk the blood of a powerful warlock, and that's why they have the curse that they're guilty about drinking. I don't know. I like being able to choose the curses. It's cool that you don't. Yeah, so the church is very, very spruced up because it is. They wanted to keep a few of the haunted vibes, but also they wanted to make it look nice. The tourism company that owns it, right? And so they made it look a bit nicer, but they also wanted to keep the spooky vibes. Obviously, a lot of the brickwork is new. It was very crumbly when they were renovating it. So they actually went in and cracked the bricks themselves to give it the spooky feel. But yes, it is said that you can hear Anna singing, and you can hear Eric playing the pipe organ some nights, which is why they have it, because Eric played the piano, but that's not really a piano. And we have a portrait of them, Anna and Eric, because I don't know who it's actually of. I'm just saying it's of them because the tourism company wanted the people who wanted to have this haunted wedding experience to have the haunted wedding experience. Yeah, so I'm doing the kitchen. I assume there was already a kitchen here because the groundskeeper would have had to live on the church to keep care of the grounds, but also it was deep in the forest. I don't know. I assume there was always a kitchen. I don't know if there always was. Maybe it was new, but people love eating here. And some brides and grooms, because I put 2 big chairs, and the rest are little chairs, and that's where the bride and groom are supposed to sit. But some brides and grooms leave those chairs empty for Anna and Eric, which I think is cool. I'm sad that this is all fake. I mean, like, I'm glad no one died. But, like, I don't know. I was telling the story and I felt like it was real, but it's not. I don't know. Have you ever had that experience where you're like, it usually happens when you're lying. Have you ever lied? Told a lie and you were like totally convinced it was real? I don't know. I told a story and I was totally convinced it was real, and I'm like, no, it's not. Anna and Eric don't exist. I don't know who that portrait's of. Maybe Anna. Maybe that's the room they say that she sings in the most. I don't know. I didn't really put that much thought into it. I just said a couple got married in secret here and then died mysteriously, and it's haunted because of that. Because I feel like If your build is haunted, you need backstory. It can't be haunted for no reason. I am reaching the end of my video. And I actually talked about The Sims the whole time. Wow. That never happens, you guys. Actually, in my last video, I kind of talked about The Sims the whole time, but I mainly talked about The Sims the drama, not the real Sims. But yeah, it was nice to be able to talk about The Sims the whole time. I guess this is kind of a shorter video too. Also, the destination that this is so great. Would I have my wedding here? Probably not in a haunted location, but it is nice. Maybe in the graveyard with my goth girlfriend. No, I don't know. I'm coming to the end of the video, so this is where I'm supposed to tell you to do all the fun YouTube things. And like and comment and subscribe. And you don't have to like or comment, but it helps me out get my videos seen by more people when you like and comment. It pushes it further in the algorithm. Ooh, look at me knowing stuff. I'd also appreciate it if you subscribe. I am fairly new to this, and I appreciate every single one of my 3 subscribers. I love you all, and hey, if you want to join the family, there's a little red button that is not that hard to press. I love you guys, and I will see you all later. There are still a few more seconds in this, so I'm just going to talk. Okay, the build is done, I think. Yes, it is. Okay, goodbye, I love you.